how a company which was predominantly based on imports transitioned to exports, and how anybody in this room can follow the same path. Our journey began back in 1960s. We started as dealers of Massey Ferguson tractor parts. पाकिस्तान के लिए जो सा इंजीनियरिंग में सबसे बड़ा इदारा है इस वक्त है मिलिट्री ट्रैक्टर्स, उसके डीलरशिप के साथ we began our trading, and over the number of years with the dedication and hard work of Mr. Amjad Wazir, we reached a point where we became the leading dealer of Massey Ferguson parts in Pakistan. Due to that status, Millet and Massey Ferguson allowed us the exposure which helped us to grow. So my father, Mr. Amjad Wazir, he would often attend a lot of international conferences. He would meet with Massey Ferguson principals in the UK. He would meet with their vendors. He would be very active in their product development, highlighting the needs of Pakistan. And actually, थोड़ा सा मैं एक चीज़ भूल गया कहना पहले, which I'd like to say right now, कि obviously we all work for money, लेकिन to achieve true greatness, you need to have that drive, that passion in your work. If you do not enjoy your work, you will never be good at it. And if you're not enjoying your work, you will never strive to be the best in it. So that is the drive which basically Mr. Amjad Wazir had. And उनका एक आप कह रहे हैं कि उनका जो एक true passion है, true ख्वाब था, that was to serve the local farmer, serve the needs of the local farmers, provide them that quality which they deserved and they were not getting, and provide them the items at a reasonable price which they could afford. Pakistan mein, till the 80s, till the 90s, there was no indigenous aftermarket brand. Everything was either OE, original parts, or very, very expensive aftermarket parts from Europe. So this journey towards becoming ATS, towards becoming the first aftermarket brand in Pakistan, started as such that when he had these interactions with these different OE suppliers, different manufacturers, so he would often educate them on the needs of Pakistan, why our requirements were different from theirs and why they should be producing as per our needs. So अक्सर वो कहते होते थे कि Massey would say, you know, Pakistan is 2% of our market. Why would we want to change everything just for Pakistan? It doesn't make sense. You take it or leave it. That kind of stuck with him even at that time. But anyways, his interactions with Massey, his interactions with the upper management of Millet and everything, led him to a point where Massey Ferguson UK appointed him the official sole distributor of genuine parts in Pakistan. Even Millet was not allowed to import spare parts for the aftermarket. We were the only single distributor. And for that period, from 1980s to 1997, we worked with a lot of dedication. Our group flourished. We grew both in size and strength and in engineering knowledge. In 1997, we took the decision that now is the time where we have these resources, where we have this know-how, that we can ourselves come to the market and provide a product which is better suited for us. We started this journey. We went back to those same manufacturers which were working with the OEs. We told them our requirements. We got them to make it according to our needs, and we brought those goods to Pakistan. पहले शुरू में तो जब भी इस तरह का कोई आप radical step उठाएं तो उस पे काफ़ी resistance वगैरह आती है from the market as well and your competition as well. But over a passage of time, when they realized that this was actually जो हमारा slogan है better than genuine, this was actually better for their needs than what they were getting, we were able to take over the market in Pakistan slowly and surely. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, we have grown to a point where now we're exporting to 66 countries around the world. And in most of these countries, we have replaced OE parts altogether. So, as I said, this was a passion. This was something which Mr. Amjad Wazir believed deeply in, that this is what we deserve. Following on from that, with the same idea, enthusiasm, and need to serve, we realized that this entire development that we're doing, this entire business that we set up has predominantly been based on imports. So why don't we do something now where we are in a position where we return that favor to our country and we start exporting from here. We started a lot of indigenous development, a lot of the components and a lot of the parts which were not being made in Pakistan. We provided those technologies, we introduced those concepts to local vendors, and alhamdulillah, many of them went on to become OE suppliers in Pakistan and abroad. They are exporting in their own right as well. So we worked with our local manufacturers, we brought them up to a certain standard, and then we shifted away from imported parts and inducted those into our own. As I said, now we are exporting to Europe, to Africa, to Australia, to South America. So alhamdulillah, we are covering most of the major markets of the world with our components. And recently, we have taken a step whereby we have ourselves delved into tractor manufacturing. This was a lifelong passion again of Mr. Amjad Wazir, because he realized that the products which are available in the market, due to a certain price point which they have to hit, unfortunately they have to compromise in many things, and quality being one of them. So he wanted to bring a product which is truly not restrained by anything. He wanted to invest in it. He wanted to bring a product which Pakistanis could be proud of. And alhamdulillah, he achieved this mission of his before he passed away. We developed our tractor, and alhamdulillah, we have already started export of our tractor, even though our company is less than a year old. And for us to be exporting these sophisticated machines, we've had to work a lot on it. And this is something which I would like to actually share with our fellow Pakistanis. Pakistan, the biggest gap that we feel is of really that mind shift, the export mind shift. Because यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा concept होता है जुगाड़ का, चलो कोई नहीं, चल जाएगा. This cannot work in the export market. You have to have that attitude of being right the first time and being right always. इसके लिए हमने बड़ी मेहनत की. We hired specialists from around the world. We were very lucky that we were provided support through various government bodies such as SMEDA. They provided us experts from Japan through the JICA project, and we were able to develop our engine assembly line with Japanese experts. Then through an initiative of the Netherlands government under the name of CBI, we had export market coaching, which was conducted both in Pakistan and in Netherlands. We ourselves went to the Netherlands for extensive training in how to market to Europe. And one of the things which they emphasized on a lot, which I feel Pakistanis need to adopt and kind of come around to, is that most of our industry, most of our development, most of our manufacturing is person-based. We have certain experts who are very good at something, and those guys are doing what they're doing. Whereas what Europe demands is being process-based, or process control. How well can you design a process which is foolproof? वहाँ पे आप जिस मर्जी बंदे को खड़ा कर. If your process is straightforward, if your process is foolproof, anybody can do that job equally as good. And that is what we need to work on. That is where consistency comes from, that is where quality comes from. So we spent a lot of time on this. Alhamdulillah, we had difficult times as well, but we managed to achieve a certain level. And now, as Rana Saab highlighted, we are exporting to many territories in Europe, Africa, South Africa, Latin America, and we are exporting regularly, which is a testament to our quality and to our continued sort of investment in our own processes and our own products. Apart from this, what I would like to say is that having traveled the world, trying to market Pakistani products, we have received a lot of resistance. Most of it, unfortunately, I would say is self-inflicted. Our practices in certain cases have not been ideal, and in other cases, as I said, our own national image has been a very big hurdle for us. I'd like to give an example of India. I usually give this example a lot to people that I meet because it highlights exactly what I'm trying to get at. We have a very big setup in Dubai. I remember when I was there, we were looking for a larger warehouse. So we went shopping around over there, and there was a rice mill which was shutting down. And they told us, okay, fine, you can take our sheds, we'll move the machinery out, you come in. So I went over there, we were having a look, and the owner was an Indian fellow. He was showing us around. And he just very casually asked me, would you still be interested in the rice machinery? Would you still want to do all this packaging? I was like, no, that's not our business, why would we want to? So he started laughing. He said, because all of my rice comes from Pakistan. And I said, but on your bags it says the product of India. He's like, yes, I know. उससे रेट बेहतर मिलता है. Product आपका है, quality आपकी है, नाम हमारे को बिकता है. So this is something which they have done very well. They have marketed themselves at a national level so well, where the product of India draws a premium over other export destinations or export markets. We unfortunately have not done that. Even within our own country, as Basis was saying, there is this inherent resistance to a made in Pakistan product. If you go and pitch somebody, even something as simple as a glass, they would be like, "Then imported with it." We don't have that sort of national pride in, "Nahi, I want Pakistani products." This is the complete opposite of what you find in India. They are exceedingly proud of their own indigenous products. They support their indigenous industry, and they are very, very protective of their national image. Many times they will take a loss, they will take a hit just to protect that national image. And this is something I feel that at a national level we need to do. This is something which, such as LCCI, where we are, these chambers need to work on, the government needs to work on. But we ourselves, as I said, as businessmen, as entrepreneurs, as industrialists, need to work on as well. That when we are traveling abroad, we are representing our country, not just our company. And when we represent our country, we need to keep that in the back of our minds, that we should hold ourselves to the highest